Hello, my name is Alexandria Robertson. Normally I go by Alex, but this is an important presentation. Decadence is key, and so that's why I'm going by Alexandria. And I'm here to talk to you about the oldest Neanderthal markings found and the mystery behind them. And I bet you're wondering, who am I to talk to you about this? And I want you to know I have no archaeology credentials. None. Zip, zilch, nada, cero. And I feel like that makes me the best for this presentation. I'm not in the pocket of big archaeology. I see through the lies of big archaeology. In my new republic, big archaeology will not exist. My new empire will have no big archaeology. Let us continue on. To start off, they are claiming, okay, that they're this stuff. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me start from the beginning. There is a cave in France, used to be a quarry, originally uncovered in 1846 by miners, mining the rocks, the minerals, the ores, the whole shebang. All right? In that cave, they stumbled upon Neanderthal tools and animal bones. Clearly, like a hideout, a hanging spot, a nice location for the Neanderthals of France. These, as shown here, are some of the tools they have. Very crude, very rudimentary. Makes you wonder, how are these not just rocks? And I want you to keep that thought in your head when I tell you my first theory about this. These, I want to talk to you about the claims first. These archaeological claims, they are saying that these swipes, picture taken straight from the article, these swipes, these markings, these pieces of dirt were left by Neanderthals 57,000 years ago, the oldest sign of Neanderthals that we have found, the oldest markings from Neanderthals that we have found, 57,000 years ago. That seems far-fetched. And with those rudimentary tools that look just like rocks, how do we know it's real? We don't know it's real. That picture is too nondescript. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like boot marks. It looks like the wind. An earthquake could have happened. The wind could have blown. And I bet you're wondering, wind in a cave? That's crazy. And I respond to you. Have you read The Climax for the Outsider by Stephen King? Because that whole cave filled with wind. That's what makes it a tourist trap, a tourist attraction. Originally found in 1846 by miners. Think about that for a second. Over 150 years ago, miners stumbled upon this. How do you think they stumbled upon it? Probably with dynamite. Are you saying that couldn't have shaken things up a little bit? And look at them. They're miners. They were doing the best they can. But frankly, these people, what were they doing? Come on. They didn't know how to take proper care of an archaeological dig site. They didn't know what they stumbled upon. They could have messed so much up. And my biggest reason for this to not be real, carbon dating only goes back 50,000 years. Carbon dating is using carbon-14 radioactive isotopes to measure how long something is, how old something is. They guesstimate the original mass of carbon-14 in that piece that they're looking at. And then they look at the mass of carbon-14 that there is now, and by using the half-life, which is roughly 5,000 years, they're able to determine how old something is. And it only goes up to 50,000 years old. These markings are supposedly 57,000 years old. Where'd they get those other 7,000 years? How'd they know? It doesn't make sense. I find it far-fetched. But another theory that could bring this all together, okay? Aliens, extraterrestrials. And I know what you're thinking. No, and not ET, not that kind of extraterrestrial. More something along the lines of the engineers from Alien Prometheus. Look at these markings. All right. You see swipes of 3. You see swipes of 4, 3, 4, sometimes 2, never 5. The thumb, gone. These aliens were trying to make the perfect race, perfecting themselves. And the main component to that was giving us humans their pet project, thumbs. That's why there are no markings there. Aliens left those markings when dropping off these Neanderthals with thumbs. Okay? Those markings, not even Neanderthals made them. The Neanderthals are still in their pods. The aliens made them, though. And big archaeology doesn't want you to know that. These aliens are phosphorus-based life forms, much like the best friend from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And that is so important to this theory because phosphorus has a longer half-life that you can use, from what I've heard. This picture is taken from Alien Prometheus because so many movies have the same idea. It's hard to find not believable. Are you telling me Ridley Scott had this idea? Michael Bay with Transformers had this idea? All these people had these ideas of aliens coming and interacting with us at pivotal points in our evolution, and it just isn't true. It's hard to believe. As I'm wrapping up here, there's just one last thing I want you to take away. There's one thing I want you to take away from this. One singular message. They are hiding something from us. Whether it's big archaeology, wanting to go on an Indiana Jones expedition and needing money. And that's why they made this up to lie about it, to get that boost, that media cred, that social like, to get more money. Or they don't want us knowing that they are working in cahoots with the aliens. They are trying to hide something. But remember, as Mulder once said, Fox Mulder in the X-Files, the truth is out there. Don't let this cigarette smoking man of our big archaeology hide this from you. They're working together, and we need to stop it. Before I sign off, I want you to know I'm a huge X-Files fan. I did an expedited rewatch before the new season came out a couple of years ago with my dad. I saw the movie. I hit all the big plot points. And then recently I've started a new rewatch. I'm about halfway through season 4. Really looking forward to season 5 and that leading up straight into the movie because I love that movie. I love like FBI building up, getting blown up right at the beginning, all the bees. I love it. I just want you to know I'm not just using that for no reason. I'm a big X-Files fan.